Hi there, this is Kenneth B, and today we're going to be talking about some accessories for the Google tablet, including the stylus, keyboard, and mouse, and cover. So if that interests you, then keep watching, because you're watching Blue Collar Guy. Okay, so today we're talking about some accessories. Now, these aren't accessories designed and made by Google themselves. So Google does make a case for the Google tablet. I'm going to put a picture of that up in the corner here so you can see what it looks like. The reason why I didn't buy that case is because the case is $100. And I thought that was kind of expensive given the fact that the tablet was about $600, and I'm like, that's 1/6 the cost of the entire tablet, and it's just a case. So I don't think a case should be that expensive. If you buy a $1,000 phone, a case should run you about $40 at the very most. I think I paid $60 for an OtterBox case. No, I actually got it on sale. This is a $44 OtterBox case, but this is for a phone that more risk of getting dropped. So I got the case for the tablet, and I'm going to just take it off the docking station to show you. So this is what the case looks like on the back. Okay, so the case is got a I don't know, it's like a plastic on the back, but it's a vinyl. It feels good to the touch. It doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. And it also has this cover. You take the cover and you can flip it around. You can fold it into like a little triangle, and now it forms a little stand, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. And I like that. You take it to another room, you've got a little stand. It also protects the corners. And the other thing that it has that the Google case doesn't have is you see this little gap here. Well, it allows you to get access to the fingerprint scanner and the other buttons a lot more easily than the actual Google case does, because that was one of the complaints that other people had in the reviews about the Google case. So the way the Google case was is it had a ring here, and the ring was something you could adjust for your stand or whatever. You could also use it for a handle, but it doesn't have the ability to protect the screen. So you can't do this. And this particular case, I'm going to put a link in the description. By the way, I am not an Amazon affiliate. I used to be, but I stopped. This case here is $20. A lot cheaper than $100, because when you buy accessories for your tablets or your computers, you need more than one. So I can put this on the computer still, and I can put this on the docking station, not the computer. What am I saying? And there we go. We're on the docking station. And then I can rest the keyboard on the on that. So this is the keyboard. I'm going to put a link in the description for that. It came with this mouse. This mouse is Bluetooth, and it is also 2.4G, meaning it comes with a 2.4G dongle, which you can plug into your computer. And yes, it will work with the tablet. You just have to use the adapter for the USB-C. And you got one of those when you bought a Google phone. So it's a little more responsive when you use the dongles because it's a direct link. Oh, sorry. However, I find that it's not bad response when you use the Bluetooth function. And now this keyboard does have a little bit of twist in it. I know that some people test them but say, well, look at all the twist, but do you really twist your keyboard? Do you? No. So it has two Bluetooth settings. It has one that you could use for your tablet and one for your TV. It's got two buttons right here. Right here. This one, and then the other one's 2.4G. I tested the other one on my TV because I thought, well, I can toggle back and forth between the tablet and the TV. Works like a charm. So the only thing that I didn't like was there's a bit of a lag when they go to sleep. So the keyboard and the mouse will go to sleep after a minute or two, and that's to save battery life. The battery life on these, very, very good. It's like hundreds of hours. They also have USB-C charging. Yes, USB-C charging. So you don't have to worry about, I hate micro USB, and sometimes you're stuck with it and you have no choice. But these have USB-C, and I'm going to put a link. The mouse, keyboard come together. They work really good. Has a little switch on the back of the mouse, by the way. You go one way for Bluetooth, one way for 2.4G. The keyboard, you just hit a button. All of the features, the brightness up, brightness down, all of those features work. I'm going to use my, before I go any further, this video is filmed on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I'm using it as a part of my camera ecosystem. I have said this before. Works good. Other thing I forgot to mention, we're in a new studio and I got a new setup, so I hope you like it. I was filming on my couch. Of course, the couch is always a little more comfortable, but I figured, hey, it's time to change that too. So, making a few changes. So, the Google phone and the Google tablet look very similar. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to take the tablet off the docking station again. And when I have it on the docking station, and I'm going to show you side by side. Oh, sorry, I hope this microphone is picking up all of this. And here is, whoops, there we go. Look at the home screen. Ah, see, there you go. You want to know why I got the Google tablet? Because it works really well with my Google phone. And if you're like me and you use a lot of phone apps on Android, and then you go into a tablet, because I've had different tablets, and yeah, they use Android, but they don't feel like your phone. And I'm going to get into just how great that is. I'm going to put this back on the docking station, and it just clicks on there. By the way, the docking station keeps it at 90%, and that's to save on your battery wear and tear and things like that. And then I just use the USB-C charging cable to either top up my keyboard or mouse or whatever. I can top up this camera that I'm staring into right now. So I'm going to film the view of my desk with my phone. So we're going to go to my phone, and I'm going to go into the other videos here. I'm going to just set up a few things here real quick here, because my I had to make a few adjustments there. Okay, so we got that. And now we're going to go into video mode, and here we go. Okay, so we're going to keep filming on this camera, and now we're going to switch over to the phone. So this is the setup. Got your keyboard, you got your mouse, got your screen. Screen behaves like the phone. I can go into Messenger, everything. If I get an email or anything on this phone, it'll pop up here instantaneously. Everything works good. Banking app, everything. Fingerprint reader makes everything secure, so I feel comfortable putting my banking app on there. And then you've got all of your other things. You got your Amazon and you know, your, oh yeah, and you got your Google News, just like you do on your phone. So it just works really, really well. And when it's on this docking station, I can say things like, "Hey Google, what's the weather today?"
There will be showers with a high of 12 and a low of 6.
There we go.
Currently it's 11 and cloudy.
Okay. And it is much like the Alexa, you know. I've also got my Alexa too, but in the bedroom where I'm filming right now, I call my Alexa computer. So I say, "Computer, what's the weather today?"
In Saint Laurent, it's 10 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies.
There we go.
Today, you can expect clouds with a chance of showers,
Okay.
with a high of 12 degrees and a low of 5 degrees. Have
Now,
a pleasant afternoon.
thank you. So there's the difference between, you know, your Google and your Alexa. So this is the stylus. Paid about $40 for this. Going to put a link in there for the description for that. I'll put the link for the description for this and for this. And if I go into here and say, I can write in here, so I can put what is the weather. Right now that's pretty messy writing, but let's see. Look, it got it, and then I can scratch it off and it'll erase it. You know, I can cut. I can go into my apps, so I can say blue collar, okay, guy, okay, and then it's got some. And then if I go into my channel, if I go to I'm gonna scratch that off because I forgot an M. Oh, let me just scratch off that whole word. This is the one thing I don't like about it. I wish you could just flip it around and use that part of it. So if I go there we go. Collar. Okay. And then if I hit enter on the keyboard, it should pop up my videos. There we go. There's me. There's my videos. And away we go. So the stylus works, and I will say this about the stylus. I had to sign some legal documents not too long ago. This was so important to have because I wouldn't have been able to sign them without that. You can use those, you can use your finger or whatever, but it just turns out a lot more professional when you have a proper pen. So that's it for the accessories. And the, you know, you've got all your play functions. Look, I can control the volume up, the volume down. I can control the screen brightness with this keyboard, and I can turn it up all the way up, you know. So I would recommend right about, you know, there at nighttime there. And yeah, I would recommend this. It doesn't cost a lot of money. You don't have to buy, you don't always have to buy the Google name brand products to work with their equipment. Sometimes the cheaper stuff works better. And I think that, I think it's just a, you know, it's just a better way to go sometimes, you know. So let me just switch over to the main camera again. Okay, so that was filmed on my phone, so if it's a little more shaky, you know, but it does have image stabilization in the new Google Pixel 8 phone. This is not the Pro. I don't need telephoto lens, and I certainly didn't want a bigger screen. I want the bigger screen to do my editing. So I think that the tablet and the regular Google Pixel 8 phone are a better combination than if you were to buy the 8 Pro, because you can do so much more. Now, one of the things I didn't like about the tablet, and the one thing that they should put in there in their future tablet, and if you're listening, Google, do this, haptic feedback. So when you have the virtual keyboard and you're typing on a tablet and you don't have that haptic feedback and you're used to having it on your phone, you really notice it when it's not there. And that was the other reason why I got this keyboard, because it fixes that issue. It not only fixes it, but now it's improved because I can see all the keys, I can type faster, things of that nature. Did I need the mouse? No, I could scroll with my fingers, but it came with the keyboard, so it wasn't like I bought it separately. It comes with it. And if you use the dongle, it does have a little bit faster response. You know, we're talking like milliseconds of lag, but if you're really picky, you can use the dongle and just use this little adapter and you're fine. The pen, very responsive, and it works so good. So even I don't know if you've ever gotten a document from like a lawyer or anything like that, but sometimes they'll send it on an app or a format that your system isn't quite used to. And in order to sign something on that, you have to have a subscription to that same app. Have you ever had that problem? I know you have. If you have this pen, it won't make any difference. You'll still be able to sign it, and you won't have to try to figure out or navigate this app to get it to work. As soon as you put this to the screen, you've seen how that little pen shows up. It starts to float there. It automatically will override whatever's there, and it will allow you to sign. So that was probably the best 40 bucks I ever spent, because if I had to sign it with my finger or whatever, I would have to try to navigate whatever they were sending me so that I could sign it with my finger, because if I just tried to sign it, it wouldn't do anything. But the minute I bring this to the screen, it says, oh, you want to sign something, and it figures it out for you, which is something that an older person like me really enjoys. And yeah. Now, when you're in portrait mode, this case obviously doesn't hold the tablet in portrait mode. Some cases that you can buy on Amazon do. And you could buy one of those cases and then just pop it out of this one and put it into that one. Or you can go to the dollar store and get one of these little guys. So I use this one for my phone. So I can put my phone in there and it holds my phone if I'm talking with someone, and that works good. But it also widens the legs, and I can put the tablet in there if I'm going on Facebook and I'm scrolling through some videos on there, and it'll hold it in portrait mode for me so that I can scroll through there as well. And I don't have to take it out of this case. I just fold that case behind it, pop it in there, and I'm done. I can even still use the keyboard and the mouse if I want to type in a response. These are all very handy things to do. So I think that this works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you. My goal is to address regular blue-collar people that want to get a good bang for their buck. That's why I recommended the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And this camera has been extremely popular. I think it's sold out on Amazon 3 or 4 times. That's crazy, eh? So getting back to, you know, my different types of ecosystems. So you're going to want to have an ecosystem that you film with. I picked the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and the Action 4. I picked them both because one is more for action. People have used this device for those type of things, and it's not meant for that, and that's why they're breaking. So if you're wondering why the DJI, all these reviews saying, oh, my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 break, well, you're abusing it. You know, it is a cameras are delicate things, and this is more of a real camera than it is an action camera. And yes, you can run with it and it'll hold gimbal, but it is not meant for like hard, rigorous things of that nature. It is not meant to be put on certain things. Is it meant to, it's meant to be like you can walk a little bit of jogging every now and then if you have to do a small little action thing. But to take it like people are taking them on scooters and e-bikes and going for long rides with them, you know, this particular camera has a focusing lens. It's not a fixed focus lens, and you would use an action camera for that. So that's why if you check out my videos, it'll say, you know, you get them both for that reason. And oh, just so you know, there's been an update for the Action 4 too. So it focuses at 24 for, it's more sharp, I guess, 24 frames per second. But I was going to do a video for that, but it's not necessary. Just get the update for your Action 4 if you got one. So this system, the Google system, is good for your video editing part of it. So when you're doing YouTube videos, you're going to want to have your editing part of it, and then you're going to want to have your filming part of it. And the Google phone, of course, is good enough to do some shots. You're going to see some shots on the Google phone, and it's, you know, like I said, you can't go wrong for the price. I can get the tablet and the 8 for what you can basically get an 8 Pro for, because you'd have to get 512 gigabytes of memory to do your, oh yeah, you want to edit videos on your YouTube? You need a lot of memory. So the tablet comes with 256 gigabytes, and the phone that I got here, this one has 128, but I edit on here, so it frees up the space on the phone. So if I was to buy the Pro phone, that would have been 512 gigabytes, and no, you don't want that. And that's the other reason why you get a camera like this, because I got 512 gigabytes in this camera right now. I got a SanDisk Extreme card, and I highly recommend those cards. Don't get anything but. I think Sony makes a decent card, but they're more geared for their cameras, you know. So very durable. That's it. If you want to check out the initial video on the tablet when I first set it up, and how I transferred all my phone apps onto the tablet, because it does that, by the way, just like it treats the tablet so much like a phone. When you transfer your apps, it does it the same way as if you bought another phone. Check out that video. It's very cool, very cool. Before I go, I'm just going to give you one last shot of what the tablet and the phone look like. Oh yeah, gesture control, same thing. It's just, I like that, you know. So I'm going to flip it into portrait. There, look at that. You see what I mean? Do you really want to fight with things, or do you just want them to work? And this setup just works. I put it in the docking station, magnetically holds it at the right angle. I got an extra speaker. I'm just so happy with it. I'm sorry that I haven't put another video out as soon as I was going to, but I was having some health issues. I got into that in one of my other videos when I did the humidifier. And things are getting better, so you're going to see some more reviews. I'm also doing a review on something that you use outside. So blue collar people, we like practical things, things that help us with our everyday life. And we don't like to spend any more money than we have to. 40 bucks, don't buy a $400 keyboard. You know, you buy 10 of these, and you know, if you spill coffee on it, you could just go get another one. Does not make any sense, even if it's waterproof. So I spill coffee on this, yeah, I could damage it. I spill coffee on a $400 keyboard, fine, it'll be okay. However, how many of these can I buy for that? You know, I could have a spare one if I wanted to for a lot less money. It just doesn't make any sense, especially in the difficult economy that we're having right now. And my audience, I know, is feeling the economy that it is, you know, that we're enduring right now. It is not easy. And that's why I always say, be safe at work when I'm done all my videos, because if you run into health problems like I have had, it gets expensive. And you know, if you don't have money saved up, and thank goodness I do save money, and it gets me through those difficult times, but there are so many blue collar people out there living paycheck to paycheck, and it's important that I look after my audience, which is them, which is a lot of people. If you're waitresses, waiters, mechanics, truck drivers, you know, there's a lot of people out there that need to be able to get through this world without it costing them an arm and a leg. So anyways, I've rambled on enough. I hope this video was helpful. I hope to see you make some good videos. If you look at some of my very first videos and you see the quality that I had, and I used the Google Pixel 4a in the very beginning when I started filming, and you see the progression of going, you know, then I went to the ZVE10 and I've used some other equipment. You'll see where we're at now. And I'm trying to save you a lot of grief, a lot of hassle. Check out the videos that I did on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It'll tell you it downloads fast. It edits easy. I used to use VN Editor Pro. Now I'm using CapCut. Why? It works very, very seamlessly. I'm not having the glitchy problems that I was having with the VN Editor Pro. So I switched over to that. These are things that I'm telling people so that if you're just starting out and you don't want to spend a lot of money and you're trying to get into it as cheap as possible, and I recommend getting into it as cheap as possible. Don't be spending a fortune. This will give you the best result, the biggest bang for your buck. You know, this camera that I'm looking at right now has been described by some as a Sony A7 III on a witch's stick. No word of a lie, somebody actually said that, because it can do incredible things. If you get this and you get the Action 4 and the mic system that comes with this, get the combo, you'll be set up really, really well for sound and for video, because without good sound, nobody's going to watch the videos. And you'll see that some of my videos, I struggle with the sound, and as a sound engineer, as you know, I have to live with that humiliation. But sound is an issue even for the pros. You'll see a lot of their videos, you know, with bad sound. So it happens. It's a good setup. Enough said. Take care. Be safe at work. See you at the next video. Bye.